Ask Tom on Home Show.
Mike from Sugarland, Texas has some weep worries.
He's buying a new house, Tom, with this patio on it. It's a covered patio, and Mike writes to us, the patio, unfortunately, covers the weep holes in the brick wall of the house. That wall has sufficient cover. I mean, the roof extends out, as you can see here, about 7.4 feet out past it. But so it doesn't get rain. And we're told there's never been water intrusion to the structure. It faces southwest, avoids rain intrusion in most storms. But should I remove the patio and rebuild it 4 inches lower so I can expose the original weep holes? What say you, Tom?
I don't know if I'd recommend anybody doing a job like that if there's not an obvious problem. If water is not building up in there and getting inside the house, then I probably would say no. But here's my biggest concern, and that's termites. The problem is when you bury those weep holes below a pore like that, there's little access for termites to get in the home. But the problem is you never see them until they do just a really bad damage. And so that to me is my biggest concern. If there's no water getting in there, if it's covered, it's fine. It's not going to be an issue. But someday you might find that the whole wall's eaten away with termites. I don't know. And hopefully it'll never happen. But that would be the concern I would have, and that's what I would have someone watch out for. And maybe get a termite inspection, maybe call someone who can drill some small holes and treat that area with a Termidor or something of that nature, whatever the newest and latest, greatest termite treatment is, pump it down in there to try to combat anything that might happen in the future. Because once you put the poison down, as long as you don't disturb the soil and do things, it'll last a really long time. And so underneath that, it would never be disturbed. So that would be a good candidate to have something like that done if there was a real concern you want to do something about it. I think I would go that route before I'd start jackhammering it out, unless there was an inherent problem that you're already aware of.
So 2 things on that. Number one, if they've built a patio and it's sealed and concrete, or whatever substrate they have under that brickwork covers those holes, they'd be sealed, right? And if not, would you then just peel up the edges to access and put that poison in, and would that be how you'd approach it?
Well, to put the poison in, they'll drill, and it's kind of Concrete Raising Corporation when they drill these little holes and pump stuff in there, and they just put a little filler on the top and it blends right in. So that would be the way to pump the poison down in there, with just drilling some random little holes down along the edge of the house there. But it's for you to know if those weep holes got filled with concrete, it probably didn't. So you just don't know, and that's why we always tell people where you have the brick stop and anything start, whether it's the ground, the driveways, anything, you want 4 to 6 inches of concrete that's exposed. That way you can see, first off, water doesn't crawl up in there, but you can also see if termites build tunnels into the home. So it's very easy to do termite inspections. Once it's covered up, it's a gamble. You don't know until it becomes so bad you see it somewhere else on the inside, like on the sheetrock or dust everywhere. Then you get to have a real problem that you want to really avoid, because they had such a long time to take over inside the wall.
Don't gamble. Get some help. Tom will help you. Click on that blue Ask Tom button, send your questions, and we'll get you an answer just like that from Tom, who's been helping people for years. And you can send us your questions. You can send us pictures and videos, whatever you want to help us see better, kind of like Stephen did there and everybody else. You got a question, send it with a picture. Tom will answer it. We'll post it here. We'll post it at HomeShowRadio.com, our Facebook page, and our YouTube channel, where you'll find hundreds of helpful answers.